Division. The referee for this contest is Frank Adams. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he's wearing the black trunks and weighs an even 168 pounds. He's from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the Germantown section of Philly. His professional record, 3-1 with 2 KOs. Introducing Bernard the Terror Hopkins. And fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the red trunks with white trim, he also weighs an even 168 pounds. He's from New York City and has a professional record of 1-1. His one victory by KO. Introducing Jovin Mercado.
Bernard Hopkins, Al, didn't even know he was going to fight tonight until about 4 or 5 hours ago, and he just arrived here in Rochester at about 7:45 tonight.
Probably sitting home watching some I Love Lucy reruns and said, time to go fight.
And Jovin Mercado from New York, he was scheduled to fight here. 1-1 and 1 knockout. He's from New York City.
He was also watching some I Love Lucy reruns and still decided to come and fight.
We are ready to go. Hopkins in the black trunks and Mercado in the red.
Well, even though I'm making light of it, it's hard to come in the day of a bout and do your best. And Hopkins not having much trouble in the first 30 seconds of this bout, though.
He certainly didn't have much time to get nervous. He was minding his own business this afternoon, and tonight he's on national television.
And wailing away against Jovin Mercado. Excellent uppercut by Hopkins, and that's what it'll take when Mercado bends down like that. He's putting together some very nice combinations.
Missing with the right.
Mercado is very, very lazy when he puts the right hand out there, and the left hook will get there from Hopkins over that right hand because he leaves it out there.
Hopkins from Philadelphia, controlling the early going of this fight.
And, you know, some of that is adrenaline. He's pumped up. He got here, good-sized crowd, and he's ready to go. We'll have to see if it gets past this first round whether he can sustain that.
Left hook connects. The jab and the left hook have worked well here in the early going. Solid right. Misses. Halfway through round 1. Oh, and a solid left hand. And Mercado is in deep trouble. And he is in bigger trouble.
The left hook with a lot of leverage from Hopkins. He's really turning on that punch well. Hopkins very patient, though, not rushing in as an inexperienced fighter might. What a superb first round for Hopkins, who, you know, getting that fight on such late notice. He has to wonder about his preparation, but he's ready to go here tonight.
He is winning this first round decisively.
Hopkins doubling with the left hook. When he throws it to the body, always brings it up to the head.
Left hook to the body, scores. We come to the end of the first round. Of 4, and Mercado is down just before the bell. Well, Jovin Mercado was scheduled to fight tonight. Bernard Hopkins wasn't. What a role reversal. And Mercado is in big trouble.
Okay. Nina.
combination punching of Hopkins, very impressive in that last round. We will see the knockdown just a few seconds before time ran out. Again, that hook that we talked about, and the solid right hand. And Hopkins showing us, even there, showing us the uppercut that was also effective. Every single punch that he has used that was effective, he used in this sequence. Tremendous leverage on the left hook, as I said, and you see him continue to punch as before the man is down, which is certainly legal.
All right, okay, keep your hands up.
I think there was some debate as to whether they would send him out for the second round.
Meanwhile, Bernard Hopkins is thrilled he made the trip to Philadelphia, from Philadelphia. And Jovin Mercado is not entirely sure which way is back home in New York. Round 2.
And now we get into territory for Hopkins that, as I said, the first round operating a lot on adrenaline, pumped up to be here in the fight. He's got to sustain this, although he's got Mercado so hurt that I'm not sure that Mercado is going to get back into this bout. Again, the hook. Boy, and I'll tell you, Charlie, he is not just throwing that hook, he is really setting down on it well.
Mercado really hasn't thrown a leveraged punch yet. And he is face first into the canvas. And he's having a real hard time getting up. It is over.
As it should be.
Well, Bernard Hopkins, 5 hours ago, was home in Philadelphia. 5 hours later, he has won his 4th professional fight. His 3rd by knockout.
And how about this crowd? A standing O for Bernard Hopkins from Philly, for God's sakes. Nothing to do with Rochester, but they appreciated his effort. And I'll tell you what, that is a superb effort to come in here on such short notice and perform so well. Mercado never got off offensively, it's true, but this man
and look at him pose.
Perform.
He poses well, too.
We will take a look at the sequence of punches that ended things for Mercado, and it will be what else, a left hook that really gets him into problems. That was probably the best power punch that Hopkins had in this fight. Setting things up nicely with the jab. That was a good right hand.
Solid right hand.
Excuse me, the hook had hurt him earlier, and here's the right that got him right on the temple. So the hook had been the thing earlier, and then here was that right hand. Superb performance by that young man.
43 seconds.
Mercado was initially scheduled to fight a fella named Keith Providence from the Bronx, but he was a last-minute scratch. And then a fella by the name of Otis Grant from Montreal, who was a last-minute scratch. And then Bernard Hopkins got the call and the win, and here's Michael Buffer with the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Frank Adams stops about at 43 seconds of the second round. The winner by TKO. His record now goes to 4-1, Bernard Hopkins.
Well, Bernard Hopkins is now 4-1 on his young pro career with a knockout of Jovin Mercado. Back to Rochester in just a minute.
Beats what we've got here.